Regular subscribers and viewers to my channel will know that I like making plastic model kits. Now, I'm not the best modeler in the world. I have never said anything to the contrary, but I love the hobby. I like doing them, and I don't think there's any other greater way of passing a couple of hours in the afternoon, gluing a couple of bits of plastic together and painting them up as best you can. Now, as with any hobby, you get monthly publications to go along with it, and this one is no exception. Hello, welcome back to the Adrian Ar project. I'm Adrian with a face for radio, and on today's episode I'm going to be doing a plain talking review of Airfix's Model World monthly publication. So, cue the music. Right, before we start, I apologise if my sniffles annoy you. I do have a bit of hay fever and runny nose, comes with the territory for those of you that suffer with it as well. Okay, so for the purpose of this video, I'm using the latest edition of Airfix Model World. This is the June 2020 edition. As we see, fantastic cover, awesome picture there of the Airfix's re-released 148th Hurricane. It's also telling you about two model builds that are in there, which is the 135th M551 Sheridan from Tamiya and Revell's 132nd scale Arado Ar 196A3. Also in there we do have a ship. Hooray! On the back there's an advert for Airfix's releases. I think this is all to tie in with the 75th anniversary of VE Day. So you've got the Spitfire Mark 1A and you've got the Hawk Hurricane Mark 1 there, and showing you which variants you can do in each box. Okay, so first page. I'm looking at this upside down, so you have to bear with. So here we go. So as normal, we've got an advert that's for Ammo Make Paints. Fantastic. You get an editorial. This is from Stu Fane, I think his name is, which is the editor, telling you what's been happening in the world of Airfix Model World and what to expect in this month's edition. You go over. You've got the contents list. Of course, we've got the Arado. We've got a couple more kits here that they'll be doing builds on. Fantastic. Right, so over the page, and we get the news bulletin. This is the latest updates of what's happening. It's usually mainly about Airfix releases, obviously because it's an Airfix publication. But there you go. But you do get news as well from other modelling manufacturers. So we've got on this one news about the newly tooled Bristol Beaufort Mark 1 that'll be coming out, as well as I think I'm reading this upside down, but I'll say it's talking about new releases. So over onto this page we've got another, is that Hobby Boss or something release? Like I say, I'm reading this upside down. News about an ICM kit where you've got in 1/48 scale 2 Heikel HE111s together. That was when they were using them to pull tow gliders. So that is going to be a behemoth of a kit, isn't it? You're going to have a lot of room to display that one. Okay, so over onto this page, we've got more news. That's telling you about the online website for Airfix. Got some more modelling news there from Trumpeter. I think that's a Wingnut Wings, all about how the COVID virus and everything is blah blah blah, because I'm sick to the back teeth of hearing about that. Anyway, so here we go, and I've got some more about paints, some resin parts, some more paint. Nice little advert there for Revell kits from Hobbycraft. Then over the page, this is where you have a look to see if you want to subscribe. It's telling you how much this is going on about digital bundles, digital subscriptions, where you can save up to 45%. So like I say, it's always worth a look. If you really like this magazine, you want to make sure you get it regularly, then you visit the shop there, shop.keypublishing.com/AMW subs. You get all the information there. Okay, right, as I said before, you get a show guide. Now, I say, as though we're still, at this time of recording, in lockdown, I'm not too sure how many of these events are still on. You'll have to, like I say, go on to the appropriate websites there and find all the information yourself. Another advert for even more kits. They all look fantastic. Okay. So the first kit, we come on to, is the Revell 1/32 Arado Ar 196A3. Now at the top of the page, you'll notice here it says intermediate build, right? Because they have a way of doing it. They have basic build, intermediate build, and advanced build. In your basic build, that's normally showing you how to build the kit straight out the box. Intermediate build, that is showing you how to do it straight out the box, but with a few added extras. Then for the advanced build, that is doing the kit and using the kit as though it's just the basic starter point, and then just going to town on aftermarket kits and weathering and all sorts of goodies that you'll have to source for yourself. So you decide how you feel where you are in your modelling skills. Do you feel you're in the basics? Are you intermediate? Or are you advanced? And you take it from there. So as we can see here, the builder is Dean Large, and he's been tackling the Revell Arado, like I say, and he's telling you how he went on about it step by step. And we've got little photos along the way to help. What I do like about these things as well is they don't cover up their mistakes. If they make a boo-boo, they're not going to go, well, nobody's going to know about it. They do actually say, I put this bit on and I snapped it and I've had to do this, or we came to fit this bit and it was terrible, it wouldn't fit, so we had to do this. And that's a great help. It's like having somebody there with you helping you along. So if you've got this kit, it'd be an idea to read this before you actually have a go at yourself, because there are little things, little problems that may come up in the kit that you're not aware of, and the builders in here will tell you all about them. As normal, there's some fantastic photographs helping you all the way. What they have been doing in the last 2 or 3 issues is going back to basics, which is a series that's telling you how to start from the very beginning. It's based, I think, aimed more at total beginners, but I say, no matter what stage you are at, there's always something out there that you'll learn. No matter how advanced a model you are, there'll be something that comes up and you'll think, oh, not thought of doing that. So bear that in mind, not just to skip over this, but give it a quick read, because you never know, you might learn something new. So there we go, it's about 4 or 5 pages. and then sink or swim with this one. It's telling you what he thought of the kit. Right, so we've got more adverts there, and we're going on to a model tank. This is the Tamiya M551 Sheridan, and this is a basic build. So this is more or less going to be straight out of the box. No added goodies on there. So we're taking you through the build, showing you how to keep track on building the tracks up, because I think these are length and length tracks in there. Giving you hints and tips what to do there. The painting guide is going to be basic, so it's not going to be something that if you've only done a couple of kits that you can't do. It's going to be a paint guide, paint scheme that everybody can do. And as we see, we're even going on to painting the figures here, tell you how we got them to look like that. It's all fantastic. And at the end, as we can see, the finished model there is on a diorama board, and the builder is actually showing you how he made the diorama board for it. So it's not going to be majorly difficult. As I say, it is classed as a basic build, so anybody should be able to do this as long as you've had a couple of builds under your belt. Right, the next one is another basic build. This is for the J26 Mustang. It does tell you the name of the company. I'm not going to try and pronounce it there. I think it's a Polish company, so I can't read that at all. Telling you the stock number on it, the scale it is, and how much it is. This one was €13.90, but you shop around. So this is before. This is going to be a basic build, so it's going to be straight out box, nothing overcomplicated. But you follow your step by step. If you've got this kit and it helps you out through it, even if you haven't got this kit, you can pick up a lot of hints and tips by problems that they do have with this kit, or telling you how to get around things or make things look better. Okay, so we've got another advert there. Now on here we have an advanced build. This is for Soviet battleship. So with it being advanced build, we're going to be a lot more detailing done on this ship. So even though we're showing you to do the basics out the box things with the hull, then they are starting to go to town with advanced techniques in weathering. This part here we've got for the upper deck, you have got a wooden deck to put on top of that. Now I think that was sourced, that doesn't come in the box. I think that was sourced from another company. So like I say, then we're going through the builds of what they've done there. This is replacing gun barrels with turned metal ones. So it's all advanced stuff. It's not straight out of the box. These are going and showing you what you can do if you put a little bit more time, effort, and of course money into it. So there we go. That's some more step by step going through it. This is telling you about the anchor chains that we've had to find separate to build, because if you want this to look as accurate as it can, then you're going to have to put the anchor chains in as they were in the ship, using Ushi van der Oosten's line there for the aerials. So there we go. And as I was saying before, they have started doing like a back to basics series. In this month's issue, it's bringing on the brush and it's telling you about painting, so and what tools you use. So this is on about using brushes, how to choose your first brush, do's and don'ts with the paint, and it also tells you about using an airbrush. You can get these airbrushes with the propellant can that are all right to start off with, but I do feel that they are a bit on the expensive side of that. By the time you bought, I don't know, 5 or 6 cans of that, you could have bought a second-hand air compressor. So it's down to how far you really want to take your modelling. If you want to go the airbrush route, I'd recommend missing this. it is a bit gimmicky for me, but there you go. You might like them, and I don't know what I'm talking about. So there we go. This is telling you the good and the bad things about airbrushing, do's and don'ts, wearing a mask, respirator for when you're doing it, and showing you a cheapish little booth to do airbrushing in. Okay, so in the middle pages we've got an intermediate build. So this build will be adding some like PE kit into it, photo etch stuff, resin parts, but basically still doing the kit out of the box, but just adding a few little extras onto it. As we can see, we're going on to the painting, and basically it's just a guide going through step by step how the modeler built, how he had to chop and change things around to get the resin parts in, and therefore and so on. And this is the main build, and as of course that's how it can look when it's all finished. Right, onto this one. This section here is called Out and About. This is where they go out to various model shows around the country and around Europe as well. We take photos of some of the models that have been entered into competitions and won awards for them. Some fantastic modelling on there, like the figure there, because figure painting is my nemesis at the minute. Okay, so here we go again, and this build is actually a First World War car. It's from Copper State Models, and it's saying it's about €47. Again, this is an intermediate build, so they will be adding parts that don't come with the kit, so they'll be adding little extras to it, as well as showing you how to do your own painting and weathering schemes as well. There's plenty there for you to read and learn from. The next build they have in is for the Lysander Mark III, and this is an advanced build, so this is just going to be chock-a-block for photo etch and resin parts and chopping and changing things, cutting bits out. And this way of doing it is definitely for somebody who's had at least 2 or 3 years model making under the belts, because yeah, it makes a fantastic model. But there's some of these techniques in there that you will have to practice and practice and practice before you get anywhere near this level of finish on it. But same as everything, the more you do it, the better you get at it. So as we see, we're going through step by step what the builder did, what parts he used and what bits and bobs until we get to the last final reveal. Okay, so we've got more adverts there. In this section it was showing you what the new books are. There's one for about Phantoms, ship there, because I'm reading this upside down, HO229 and the Spitfire, and then we've got an advert there for even more books that you can buy online. Over the page we've got some more books, more adverts. Then we get onto the section that I usually turn to first, the on the shelf section for the new model releases. And as I was saying before, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 new kits there. Sorry, that was a message coming in, don't know what that's about, just ignore that. We've got 8 kits there, and they're all aircraft. So as you can see, modelling can be a bit aircraft top heavy, should I say. Over the page we've got military kits, of which there are 4. We've got the reboxing of the M10 from Airfix, ICM, I think that's some kind of truck. Then you've got an Italieri kit there and an IBG kit there. And we've got more adverts. Carrying on with the military kits there, we've got the vintage re-release of the Sherman Calliope and the 25-pounder field gun. Yeah, we've got a Zvezda Panzer IV, I think that is, and then another Zvezda kit there. All very good. More adverts. Then for the car enthusiasts out there, we do have some new kit releases here for cars from Revell, ICM, Zvezda and Tamiya. Now we've got an advert here for a one-off publication about Land Rovers, if you're into that. Over onto this page, if you're into figures and figure modelling, we have got, excuse me, sorry about that. We have got some figures on show here as well, 1/35th scale by the 1/16th Legionary Commander, Tamir, who usually do great figures. A new set from them, ICM, Zvezda, there we go. There's another advert. Then over the page, of course, these are telling you about extras that you can go out and buy. This page is covering Deckle Sheets. Over there's some more Deckle Sheets that you can send off for if you don't like the ones that come in the kit. Then we've got accessories here, which are photo etch parts, resin parts, paint kits, a few more add-ons for if they're tanks or fuel tanks or missiles, 1 or 2, something like that you can add on. There's a cockpit upgrade for your 132nd Flying Fortress B-17G. More adverts. Over the page, there's more accessories, more PE, paint, resin parts, some turned cannons there, turned metal cannons. Now on this part, they have a page of Airfix retailers who are retail partners with them, so they'll get special mentions there. More adverts, and on the last page at the back, they have a picture of it's usually a photo of the real aircraft or ship or whatever that has been released as a kit recently. So in this case, this is to tie in with Airfix's 172nd de Havilland DH114. That's a photo of the real thing, and then it tells you when the next issue comes out. So that's going to be on sale June the 4th. 2020, but if you're a subscriber, you usually get it a couple of days before it comes out in the shops. And there we have it. That is Airfix Model World monthly publication. Right, so there you go, Airfix Model World. Like I said, I am a subscriber to this magazine. I've subscribed to it for the past 3 or 4 years now. With the monthly publication, it's a great way of making sure you don't miss a copy. Plus, you always get that little bit knocked off the cover price as well. You save money, so that's always fantastic. I have it to review every, I think it's 3-4 months, and I do it that way. I find it easier and not as expensive. If I had paid for the whole year subscription as a one-off lump sum, I think you get it even cheaper there, but please do look into it yourself. Okay, like I say, on top of it all, I think the editorials in here are fantastic, well written, tons and tons of news and reviews. If you want to know which kits have come out in the last month, you'll more or less find them in this magazine. The build's very informative, give you a list of the parts that you need, if there's any extras and anything. It's fantastic. You can't say anything against that. It's brilliant, and I say you've got news and reviews of model shows as well, not only up and down the country here in the UK, but also abroad too. Having said that, the only minus point in my book is it always seems to be a little aircraft heavy. Now that is mainly because I think in the model world, you look at each topic, I think aircraft are going to be at the top of the list for the amount of kits you can get. I would like to see more things like doing tall ships, rigging tall ships. They do every now and again, they do some sci-fi as well. And although I'm not a massive fan of doing car kits. I'm sure there are people out there that do love doing car kits, would like to see more of them in there. You do get them in here, but like I say, it always seems to be a little aircraft heavy, but that goes with the territory for the modelling community, isn't it? Like I say, I think aircraft probably at the top of the tree when it comes to amount of kits available. All right, so with all that in mind, I'd like to give Airfix Modelling World Monthly Magazine 4 Evil Ednas. Right, before I go, I'd just like to get a little warning out there. This is especially aimed more, I think, at people who's only just started to do their own YouTube videos. Like I said before, numerous times, I do my videos on a HP laptop. It's just a bog standard cheap one, not a lot of memory in it, but it does the job for what I want to use it for. Now, this does come with a package on there where you can upload your photos or you upload your videos, and you can make little films with it, which is what you're watching now, which I do. And it also gives you the option of being able to put background music on. Now, I use that function especially in model reviews when I come to do the photo montages, and just so you get a clearer, better look as always, and there's that nice little bit of music in the background. Now, this gives you a list of tunes that you can add onto your videos. Now, I automatically assumed, because they were already downloaded into the computer, I've not put them in there, that these pieces of music would be royalty free and they are copyright free for anyone to use. And apparently not all of them are. I'll give you a little show of what that is. I'm going to put on here the link to the Messerschmitt 109 video that I did and the time code where it comes in and the music I used. Now, on the list of music that I've got to choose from, the tune that, if you go back and watch that video and listen to the music, on the computer in the list, it's labelled as amplified. So that's what I added on and used it. When it comes to uploading to YouTube, as soon as it's clicked published, it comes up saying there's a copyright claim. It's not a copyright strike, it's not going to take your video off, it's a copyright claim. Now, the thing with that is, as soon as you get the copyright claim, you're not going to be earning money for that video, because all the rights for that music and everything will be going to the composer. But this is where it gets a little confusing, because where the tune on the computer is called amplified, when it comes up with a copyright claim, it says it's by a chap called Max Farrar. Well, somebody's got to write it, but it's labelled Shake, Shake, Shake. Well, if that's the name of the tune, why isn't it called that in the list of music that you can choose from? And of course, you do have the option to having that portion of your video removed. So if you are hoping to earn money from it, then you will do. But sometimes how I do my videos, you remove that portion out, I'm going to be sitting there going, right, let's have a look at the photo montage, and the next thing you know, we're on to the in summary bit. So, and I can't be sitting there refilming and re-editing, because, like I say, the editing package is what comes on a laptop, so it's really basic. It takes a lot of time and a lot of fiddling about and a lot of faffing. So with me, I don't earn any money off of my videos whatsoever, because for one, I don't have enough subscribers, I don't have enough people watching them regular, so I wouldn't be getting money anyway. So I do it for the enjoyment of doing it, and hopefully people enjoy watching them. If you like them, fantastic. If you don't like my videos, then many thanks for watching. You don't like them, you don't like them. So there we go, I've got no qualms with that. But like I say, when it comes to placing music onto your videos, could be an idea to make sure you are getting them from copyrights, free websites or whatever. But even then, I'd double check just to make sure that they are actually royalty and copyright free, because they're not always supposed to be. Okay. And that's the end of yet another episode. I hope you all enjoyed that one. If you did, and you haven't done so already, could you please remember to subscribe to my channel. At the moment, I'm aiming to get 1,000 subscribers. And as soon as I hit that 1,000th subscriber mark, I will donate at least £20 to Macmillan nurses here in the UK. For those of you living outside of the UK and you don't know who the Macmillan nurses are, they are there to help everyone with cancer live life as fully as they can, providing physical, financial and emotional support. I myself have had their services firsthand, and I can tell you they are exceptional. A lot of the time they do have to rely on public donations, so if you'd like to find out more about Macmillan nurses, or in fact give a little donation yourself, then please visit www.macmillan.org.uk. Okay, I'd like to thank you all again for watching. It's very much appreciated. Don't forget, you can still follow me on Facebook and on Twitter if that's going to be easy for you. And here's to seeing you all again on the next episode of the Adrian Bout Project.